Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to the 2019 Tzuch Mid-Atlantic Scholarship Award Ceremony. First off, congratulations to all our recipients. You guys have done an incredible job, and you've really impressed us at Tzuch this year. I'd like to welcome the family, loved ones, and apparently guidance counselors who are attending today. If you're guidance counselors, we want to acknowledge your hard work and supporting your students. So if you could stand up or raise a hand, we'd really appreciate it. All right, so before we begin, we'd like to ask all of those attending to silence their cell phones and hold off any photography till the end where there's more opportunities. We have a media team that will be actively documenting the entire ceremony and taking photos of your loved ones. So if you want to have any of those photos, just feel free to talk with the members of that team afterwards. Okay, so I would like to begin the ceremony now and start off by talking about this scholarship. The Tzuch Mid-Atlantic Scholarship Award is an award granted to those who are impressive academically, impressive in their community interaction and volunteerism, and who actively fit who we're looking to support financially. All the applicants are from the New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania region, so we were really impressed with those who were granted the award. You all who have received the award, are graduating seniors, and from all that you've accomplished, we were really impressed by the interactions we've had with your applications, the home meetings, and everything else that has gone into this scholarship. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed, and we're really grateful that you and your loved ones were able to attend today. So while you are the stars of the show, we'd really like to thank those who made this all possible. The volunteer team at Tzuch has put in hours of work considering applications, reading through your essays, and making home visits, and putting the ceremony on. So we'd like to acknowledge their hard work, and if they could stand up, we'd really like to congratulate them on their great successes. So those on the volunteer team who worked to judge this award, please rise. All right, thank you. So now we would like to have the Mid-Atlantic Vice Executive Director, and more importantly to you all, the leader of the scholarship team, Sam Cho, to speak.
Good afternoon, Sister Tina, our Tzuch scholars, parents and counselors, and our sisters and brothers. Welcome to our Tzuch Scholarship Award Ceremony. I believe all of our scholars, you already study on our organizations, right? So can you tell me who is our founder? Who knows it?
Master Cheng Yen.
Great, thank you. And who knows what's our 4 important missions? Who wants to say even just one? Any idea? Wow, okay.
The 4 important missions, the charities and scholarship, education, and the medical, that you guys help out for the community and the people.
Good. Thank you. Yeah, very great. And plus the culture, humanitarian culture. Okay. Education is one of the 4 most important missions for our Tzuch organization, right? So that's why our master told us education for kids cannot be postponed. Okay. Education is very, very important, and that's why our organization started the scholarship program at the late of 1998, and the award of scholarship actually started on 1999. Okay, it's already 20 years. And why we need to focus on this education? Because our master told us, right? So we need to help the students who's going to want to have a higher education. That's why we're so dedicated on this purpose. And also, for our organization, I just want to introduce for our team, okay? We implement a computer program, so everyone is evaluated under a very fair basis. So no, because for mental evaluation, sometimes I like your stuff or sometimes I like her stuff. So it's different. So we use computer to do some calculation and also plus the home visit. So you should be very proud. You gotta choose because your academic achievements and also the community involvements. Okay, we know $1,000 is not a lot compared with your college education expense, but this is the love from the people who donated to Tzuch organization all over the world. We are just the passenger to pass their love to our scholars, and we also hope you can work hard, study hard, and when you have the chance coming, you can also pass our love to other people who needs help. Okay, and you should be very excited for August, right? You all go to the college, right? You got a chance to meet new friends, new environment, a lot of new stuff. So we just hope all of you can choose the right things and focus on your goal. And we wish you all have a very, very successful and a bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Sam. So next, we'd like to get to know everyone a little more and have you guys get to know each other a little more. So we'll be having a little icebreaker, and it'll be led by our Tzuch volunteers, Ayla and Leah. So Tzuch is the high school volunteer organization we have, and that's signified by our blue shirts and our white pants, and they will take the stage to help you guys break the ice.
Hi guys, I'm Ayla,
I'm Leah.
and we're gonna play an icebreaker game of bingo. So basically, you guys are gonna get up and walk around and ask people questions to finish the bingo game, and whoever gets an X in the middle wins bingo.
You can't repeat names.
Yeah, you can only go to one person. You can't go to the same person twice. So.
Yeah.
If parents want to participate or family members want to participate, just raise your hand and we can hand you like a little bingo sheet. We encourage everyone to get to know each other a little more, you know, mingle, have a little fun.
Okay, have fun. Go mingle.
So you guys can all stand up once you get the bingo sheets and like just do your best to get some bingos. Yeah.师姑们，你们应该也去玩一下。师姑，你们应该去玩一下。
我就不会玩bingo。不会玩，我帮你看麦克，你去玩。师傅不想，那你去玩啊。
Wait, why aren't you two play? You're leading this. You're leading the game.
连吃菜都会玩，待会我那个。对呀。 我不会玩，我第一个会被打。
这不是打败的游戏啊。I'm hosting. I need to make sure everything goes well. Should be some like Jeopardy music. Make some little cheesy music going on. What? 这个可以了。Anyone have bingo yet? Oh, it's loud. Ooh. Ooh, we have a bingo. Okay, okay. Let's see some more hands up there. I thought it was like an X. All right, let's start wrapping it up. You know, a few more bingo squares. Let's see how far we can get. Do we have a second bingo yet? A second, third bingo? You got bingo? Nice. Okay. We'll like share in a second. Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's start winding down and heading back to our seats when you're done with whoever you're chatting with, and then we can continue. So hopefully you were able to learn a bit more about the people around you. And I'd love to hear some of what you guys learned. So if anyone has, anyone learned about another person who's bilingual, I'd love to hear about that. So like anyone who wants to share the person they talked to, raise a hand. Sure.
Hello. Okay. I learned Melissa is a bilingual, and Ed is his favorite color is blue.
Great. Anyone else want to share what they learned about their fellow scholarship recipients or loved ones, family members?
I learned that Amina loves to recycle and Nina's favorite color is blue.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I learned David conserves water.
All right, and let's go for one more.
I learned that Stella is a vegetarian and that Andrew conserves water.
All right, thank you. So last question. Anyone find someone who had free space? All right. Okay. That one didn't land too well. Okay, so thank you to our Tzuch volunteers for running that icebreaker. Now we can, Now we're going to talk a little more about what Tzuchi does in the local community. Like I mentioned, our high school volunteer program wear these light blue shirts. I am no longer in high school, but I still try to volunteer. I don't think I mentioned this, but my name is Patrick. I'm a third year in college. Probably should have said that in the beginning, but anyways. So this is our youth volunteer organization, but the broader Mid-Atlantic region does also a lot of local community interaction, and our media team has produced a video called the NJ Footprints that shows what we've been helping out with in our local communities.
Chinese singing. The seniors may not understand the lyrics, but as they watched the kids perform diligently, they gave them a round of applause. New Jersey City volunteers organize such a musical performance each year. 4 students from City Academy, while still learning their instruments, present their hard works to the seniors. Wang Yipan, a PhD student, performed 3 pieces of music. This gentleman, a grandfather himself, performed magic and Tai Chi for the seniors. During the annual event, plenty of smiles accompanies the music and spread over many faces. March on the east coast of the U.S. Rain, snow, and ice, the region gets all 3. However, Tzuchi Food Pantry operates as usual. The challenging weather and the road conditions exacerbate the transport of food supplies.
怕我们的受助户来的时候会滑倒，所以我们今天就改变了方式，就是把这边的食物 pack 好之后送出去，让他们签个字就可以离开了。好，那时间也提前了，就是只要现在来的，我们就给他们方便。
I enjoy this place. I think this place is really nice. And I appreciate the love, the food, and the prayer we have each and every day here.
NJ Void 2018 Annual Conference. There were more than 80 volunteer organizations present, including the Tri-State K9 team.
Shootings, suicides, very traumatic things. And we found that the dogs, along with the handlers, needed additional training. and that's where we started Tri-State Canine Response Team.
The VOAD movement is all about building relationships. You know, you can't have the 4 C's, the cooperation, communication, coordination, and collaboration without knowing one another. And so it's so important to be able to find opportunities to get together and have opportunities for network and building relationships, but then also learning.
Tzuchi Mid-Atlantic region also attended the conference to share with others our disaster relief products. By sharing resources and experience, everyone will be more prepared. Heavy downpour saturates the ground and compromises building foundations. Large cracks develop on road surfaces. Filled with relief supplies, the transport vehicle speeds down the road. At that time, overflown water from the river flooded nearby homes. Many houses are marked off-limit by police yellow tapes as they are unsafe to occupy. To lessen the difficulty from the flood victims, Tzuchi provided aids with a 500 cash card per family.
Sneakers, they need some sneakers, and then probably help with like maybe moving or anything I need for the new house, like furniture or new blankets or anything like that.
The timely warmth of relief from the helping hands was respectfully transmitted to those in need. 3 volunteers visit the city of Dover for disaster assessment. A ravaging fire destroyed 4 buildings in their center of town. 16 families, a total of 56 people, was displaced from their homes. 4 days after the disaster assessment, volunteers started emergency relief efforts by providing those affected by the fire with cash cards and eco-blankets. But more important was the love and prayers, because when the fire destroys everything, they will have a long and difficult road to recovery, and they need to start afresh from a stable state of mind. The snow from the storm hasn't melted yet, but volunteers had already bundled up to solicit donations on the
第一
streets.
次听到加州的火灾，很伤心，很心疼他们那里的人。然后我们这里可以做小小的帮助，我觉得很开心。然后可以就是把我们的爱心，然后可以让别人也是发出他们的爱心来帮助人。
我希望这次加州大火的灾民能够很快的恢复他们正常的生活。
As people arrive to register for the event, they get to select the specialties they would like to consult as if they were in a regular clinic. People can also bring their own medical records to have the physicians analyze and explain in detail. Tzuchi Mid-Atlantic region organized an annual health day where pharmacies offer vaccines. Oral health screening and oral health education were the primary objective. Especially for the financial disadvantaged families, there were people over 50s that had never had their teeth cleaned. Dentists advised people that prevention is more important than treatment. This free dental outreach program invited dentists from New York, New Jersey, and Long Island, as well as student assistants in various dental specialties. The equipment used were state-of-the-art. Using the oral digital photos, the dentists were able to suggest follow-ups and further treatment options.
Oh my God, this is amazing. I thought that it was going to be like a really kind of smaller situation, but this is like a really large production. This is fantastic. You guys are helping out a lot of people. It's fantastic. Yeah, it feels good to be here.
The free dental program has been publicized using local papers and social media. Advanced registration was also offered so the dentists could help more people during the event. Tzuchi Cup Chinese speech competition. Many of the students who had participated in the past showed significant progress. Among them were participants from non-Chinese speaking families.
对中文的喜爱比冰淇淋更多。打篮球教会了我自爱，因为我必须练习。
我坚持每天学习中文，我做很多中文作业，我并且每天复习。 所以我越学越好。
What is special about the Tzuchi Cup speech competition was that participants needed to use their personal experience in daily lives in order to share their heartfelt personal stories related to the topics. Tzuchi Mid-Atlantic Region 2018 Scholarship Award. Among the 24 college band awarded recipients, 13 of them attended the ceremony with their parents. Tzuchi introduced the 4 major missions and its environmental protection efforts. The students got a deeper understanding of the importance to utilizing the word in advancing similar causes. New Jersey Tzuchi Academies organized a joint graduation ceremony where there was tea offering ceremony to thank the parents and reflect on the path of learning and transformation. Standing confidently on the stage using Mandarin to express their gratitude, it was not only about learning a language, but how to be a better human being. Tzuchi Mid-Atlantic region organized the first youth volunteer camp for the children to experience the outdoor living.
它场地占地非常的宽广，很适合我们的小朋友。那它有各种不同的设施，是我们在会所所没有办法去做的一些活动。
Be it river crossing on cables or blindfolding trust building exercise, participants were challenged to collaborate and work with their teams.
Given that exposure and then giving them the opportunity to build new friendships and see how great of a person they can be and give them that opportunity to step outside themselves.
In order to complete each assignment, everyone needs to have common goals and understanding, learn to work hard, and collaborate to accomplish the task. Making carnation boutonniere in preparation of Mother's Day, Tzuchi volunteers planned out the popular booth. Tzu Shao shared with the public the various ways of protecting the earth for future generations.
I think this is a very important day because it's important to promote helping the earth and protecting the earth.
The township of Addison has a series of activity on Earth Day to further promote the importance of environmental protection. To celebrate the Buddha's birthday with its tradition, the Tzuchi Mid-Atlantic region organized the Buddha bathing ceremony at its regional office. About 600 people participated under the guidance of a Dharma master, praised the Buddha, receiving the fragrance of flower after cleansing one's mind.
看了很舒服啊，看了很舒服啊，很整齐啦。那个 organizing 很好，所以井井有序啊。
那你自己心情觉得怎么样？有没有？
好平静。
好平静。
Afterward, the flowers used in the ceremony were cleverly repurposed. Many people brought back their bamboo banks for donation.
小朋友自己做，或者爸爸妈妈可以帮忙一起做。做完以后呢，这个是要小朋友要很恭敬的心献给妈妈，作为母亲节的爱心礼物。
刚好有这个机会把这个竹筒从办公室带过来，其实做一个示范给我们家小朋友，就是说希望他也是能够一点一点，不用说每次都要给大钱，但是一点一滴啊，积少成多。
The church choir songs transmit warmth of well wishes. In a society where people are impetuous, we wish everyone could find inner peace in their heart. The interfaith blessing ceremony brings together various religious and ethnic groups. Sierra Grove Mayor inspires gratitude and spirit of giving.
It's beautiful to see all the different faiths come together to celebrate and to gather for Thanksgiving. It's just a time for us to come together, reflect upon all the good that we have, but also think about all the people who are less fortunate than us.
How we've come together in our communities to have this really happy, positive occasion. We can share love, where we can share our passions for living. That's what this is all about. And to me, that's what Thanksgiving should be.
I just wanted to say thank you to Tzuchi because I looked out at the people as the children were giving visible form to the song and the smiles on their faces. They just love to see the children. And when we all come together for prayer like a time like this, it's a beautiful occasion.
Thanksgiving, a holiday for gathering. We wish everyone feel gratitude in their hearts every day.
So thank you for watching some of the local outreach Tzuchi has done in the community. And now to continue talking about what Tzuchi stands for and who Tzuchi represents, we will invite David Wong to come up and discuss the broader aspects of our organization. Thank you, David.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So a lot of stuff that you saw in the videos is very much what we try to instill. I guess quickly I'll try to give a concise background of our organization, how it started. Like Brother Sam mentioned earlier or asked around, the organization was founded by Dharma Master Chang Yang, but it wasn't like one day she woke up and decided to commit her life to, relief or disaster relief, community volunteering. She had experiences throughout her life that pushed her that way. So at a young age, when she was about 23, she lost her father, and that kind of changed her life. She started thinking about life and death a lot more seriously. As anyone at a young age, you could expect, if losing someone at such a young age, you would start thinking about, what's going on in the world, why did this happen to me, why me, what's going on. So she started, in that turmoil, she stumbled upon Buddhism and used it as not just a coping mechanism, but realized, this is how she wants to live her life. She found peace with life and death, and she really devoted her life to Buddhism. So since then, she had become a Buddhist nun, and she devoted her life to it and started doing Buddhist practices. But another instance happened that really pushed her to start this organization, and that's actually, you can see there's a drawing on your left in the poster, the very top one, where there's a little pool of blood. So Master Zhang Yan one day was going around visiting hospitals. She founded upon a pool of blood on the ground and started asking him about, what's the reason for this, what caused this. And the story behind that was there was an Aborigine woman in Taiwan who was about to give labor. They hiked to the hospital to try to get, try to give labor. They didn't have enough money to put down for a deposit, so the hospital rejected her. So she ended up having a miscarriage, and that's the reason for the blood, and then she later died when they had to hike home. And this touched our Master Zhang Yang very deeply, and realized, traditionally Buddhism, people think maybe it's just more about, becoming a better person, more about, focusing on yourself. But she realized that, Buddhism is not doing enough to help people in need, the people that are poor. So this instance really kicked off her, her mission to help people in need. And it started with her and 30 housewives who saved a penny a day in those bamboo banks that you might have saw in some of the videos. That's why they're so important to us, because that's how it started. Just a penny a day, and they slowly collected money with wherever they had and used it to help people in need, to help the poor. And through the development, of this organization, as she started, learning more about issues going on, she realized that, this organization needs goals, and not goals, but missions. What is this organization trying to do? So she came up with the 4 missions, like Brother Sam earlier asked. Those 4 missions are charity, education, medicine, and humanistic culture. And in the videos, all of the examples activity you saw are examples of those missions. So I guess I could go on further. Like charity, you saw in the video, there's disaster relief. Tzuchi does a lot, not just in America, all over the world with disaster relief. Anytime, disaster strikes, tsunami, or earthquake, we're one of the first responders to get there. We provide, we give them blankets, we give them food, but what's just as important as giving those, the materials is sitting down with the victims and just keeping them at peace, calming them down. And that's something our organization tries to do with, not just in disaster relief, but in every activity we do. It's about the human connections. It's about, getting to know people, the community, not just helping. So that's a touch on the charity. Education, so right now we're downstairs is a Chinese school that they have, so that's part of education. But Tzu Chi, when they go to disaster relief places, they don't just give materials and leave. In certain cases, they build schools, they build hospitals, they build the infrastructure for that community to rise again, not just give them a Band-Aid. So education's on top. Tzu Chi also develops has their own medical school in Taiwan, so that kind of bridges the education and medicine. And in the video you saw that we hold free health clinics here, dental clinics here. So we're constantly pushing towards, making sure everyone's getting their health checked and making sure they're taking care of their bodies. Humanistic culture, the last thing is, it's hard to explain, but we have something called Jingsi aphorisms. They're more or less Buddhist concepts that were put into layman's terms, easier for everyday people to understand and to inspire us to do something. So we have these books that, any day we could take the book out, get a reading, get inspired to do good for the world. But that's not it. Tzuchi in Taiwan, at least, they have a Tzuchi TV station, and they broadcast these motivational, inspiring stories. You know, you'll hear stories about people who are missing limbs, but they're still, you know, drawing and creating stuff, and it's just very inspirational stories that keeps our cultivation going, keeps us thinking about who we are as a person and growing. And we're not just helping other people, but we're also helping ourselves, making sure we're becoming better every day. So I guess I could go over more of the stuff you saw in the video. So more examples of just those formation stuff that we do here currently in New Jersey. Like I mentioned, the health clinics, dental clinics. Today, this is, you know, one of our activities we do. Part of education, the scholarships. We go out, and volunteers go out monthly to hospices, nursing homes, just to see, you know, those tenants and just to communicate with the community. And I'm sure I'm missing a good amount of stuff, but oh yeah, food pantry. So we hold food pantries here for the people that are not as fortunate or in a tough financial situation. That's something that we hold here twice a month, and so those are some of the activities that we do here in New Jersey, and well, not just New Jersey, but what each site kind of does. And we want to take this time now to kind of go a little deeper, so I'm going to split the audience in half. So I guess the front row could go to your left and find Diana. Diana, wave your hand. She's going to do a quick tour of our food pantry, talk a little bit more about the details about that. And then the back row, you could start and go to the right where that booth is. Bill will be coming around soon, but talking about environmental protection. That's another thing that's big on our list. And how do we recycle? How do we, you know, not just recycle, but how do we reprocess the stuff we're recycling into blankets and stuff we send out to disaster relief? So if you could all please stand up. Front row, move to your left. Back row, move to your right. And parents, if you could please just follow your kids to wherever they end up being split up. And Diana and Bill, take it away. Thank you.
How many people are actually using reusable utensils, like reusable bottles, reusable chopsticks? 1, 2. Okay, 50%. Not bad. How many people actually recycle plastic items? 70%. That's good. Okay. Again, thank you for all the efforts because everything helps. All right. The next thing is, does anybody know what's this? I think David talked about this already, right? A blanket. We call it eco blanket, and we want to actually turn garbages or resources into gold, gold into love, love into a purifying force, and we want this force to be around the world. Does anybody knows what's this for? You can touch it. What's this for? Right, but this one basically, we send it to, this basically is for international relief. We send it to disaster victims, right? Currently, we send it to over 30 countries and over 600,000 disaster victims. Everybody knows how we make this product, right? Okay, I'm not a salesman, I'm sorry. But I'm trying to tell you that we actually turn trash. Okay, we actually turn trash into items, usable items, and we want to give these items to someone who need it. Next thing is, it's a very, I'm sorry, it's very, very serious topic, but I'm going to show you several like true facts of what's going on in our world. The following information I'm going to show you is actually from plasticocean.org and from Container Recycling Institute. Do you know we are producing over 300 million tons of plastic every single year? This data is actually from 2014. So I believe right now we are creating more and more garbages. Do you know like 50% of it, it's only for one-time use. So manufacturer produce it, we use it for one time or several moments and we dump it, okay? There are more than 8 million tons of garbage we dump into our ocean. So you have to think about it. Anyway, I'm going to talk about this later. Approximately 500 billion plastic bags. Again, it's not million, it's 500 billion plastic bags used every single year. There are more than 1 million bags has been used every single minute. So we are here for 10 minutes. We are, our world, we are creating 10 or more than 10 million plastic bags. Guess what? The important thing is this plastic bags, the useful life, the average useful life is only 15 minutes. Crazy, right? Manufacturer produce it, we use it, 15 minutes, we dump it. Okay, more numbers. There are over 100 billions of plastic bottles. It's very simple for us, right? It's nothing. It's just like plastic bottles, right? Basically, we dump to the trash can. It's basically nothing. However, there are 100 billion bottles has been used in the United States. You know how many percent are water bottles, right? 57%, which means 57 billion water bottles has been used in the United States in 2014, which means you and me, we use 315 water bottles for that year. This water bottles is only like 500 milliliters, right? But do you know for the manufacturer to give us like 500 milliliter bottles, they have to use 3,000 milliliter waters to give us one. It sounds like to me, it's like you want to make this $1 product, but you spend $6 to make this $1 to make this product. I think it's crazy. Next one, we have 100 billion plastic bottles used. Does anybody wants to guess how many percent got recycled in 2014? Give me a number. 50%. Good. Any other number? 1%. we have done the recycle. Like 70% of the people doing recycle right now, right? So the answer is less than 10%. And to be precise, less than 2%. Guess what? We have 57 billion water bottles, right? We have 100 billion bottles, including everything. And only 2% got recycled, which also means this trash, either we send it to the landfill to pollute our land, okay? Or we send it to incinerator to burn them out. And guess what? The air got polluted. And I want to ask you guys, who got suffered? You and me, right? So I know the data are really, really crucial, but there are a lot of things that we can do. I'm going to share with you the things I'm doing right now. So I always bring my eating utensils, reusable one, with me. If I don't bring them, basically I don't want to use the bamboo chopsticks. I don't want to use the plastic spoons. I use different ways to eat. You can imagine there are so many different ways you can eat without using plastic items. I understand as a household owner, it's so easy to dump everything into one trash can, right? So easy. I understand that because I've done that before. But I always have this awareness of recycling. Even a piece of plastic, small plastic cap, a piece of paper, please, we want to recycle. The last thing is very, very extreme, but that's my example. I just want to share with you. I only buy things I need for my life. I don't want to buy extra stuff, right? I know we want a lot of things. I want new stuff, a lot of new stuff. This example is very, very extreme. For the last 10 years, I have not bought any of the clothes. It's not like I have like hundreds of clothes. It's like I don't need them, okay? Recycling, I just want to emphasize, recycling is very, 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 very important, However, reducing of using these items are far more important. Because you think about it, if we don't use this one, the manufacturer doesn't even need to produce it. So we save a lot of water, we save a lot of energy, and we don't even need to recycle, right? Again, all these things are from the crude oils, which means we're going to pollute the world, the earth. It's a very easy and simple action. Very, very easy and simple action. But if we don't do it, it means nothing. Really? It means nothing. It's a very easy and very simple action, but the impact is tremendous to you and me and to our earth. So, my last question, I'm sorry, my last question is, who wants to join me to protect the earth? Anybody? Okay, I see 90%. All right, I take that as a promise, right? Perfect. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming to Tzuchi, and thank you. I want to congratulate to everybody. You guys are the best. Thank you very much. Thank you. Is it? Yeah, you can touch these items. Right.
It's not a very cheap process that they go through, but for Tzuchi it's worth it. So yeah, Tzuchi has
not selling the product. Again, not selling the product for sure. This product is only for international release gathering. For them. Because you know we have Sandy, the Saturday, a lot of times that they don't have enough. I heard that one of the victims, they don't have electricity for a month. Can you imagine that? It's October, November, and December, right? It's so cold. But this will definitely keep them. And we only use recycled plastic bottles. We don't use any virgin product.
So this hat, everything's made from recycled plastic. It's got a solar panel for lights. This is what our disaster relief team actually use when they go out to the disaster relief sites, so they can see, and pretty much everything. Yeah, everything we try to use are recycled or reusable, and we try to pretty much cut our carbon emissions to zero.
And I also mentioned this is we can get our plastic bags everywhere, right? But we want to reuse them, or sometimes we want to bring our reusable bags instead of plastic bags. Please. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello.我的什么？我的。了解。How are you? Just follow me. Oh, it's kind of hot here, right? All right. Let me introduce myself. My name is Bill, and today, welcome to the station of environmental friendly. Environment protection, I'm sorry. First of all, I would like to congrats for the scholarship recipients. Thank you. You guys are best. You do a fantastic job. And I want to thank you for all the families that you can come here and support, not just the kids, but also us. Thank you very much. Before I move to the environmental protection, this topic, I want to ask you 2 questions. You can come here. All right. The first one is, how many people are using reusable items, like reusable bottles, reusable utensils? How many people? Okay, it seems like only 20%. All right. How many people recycle plastic bottles, plastic items? Good, 40%. All right. So for us to protect the environment, right? It's such a huge project. We can talk about how we do our recycling stuff, right? You can put all your stuff, not just the plastic, not just the cardboard box, not just the paper. You can do a lot of things. You can recycle a lot of things in the recycling center. We can talk about the PET bottles, which is the plastic bottles. PET is just the technical terms for plastic bottles. We can talk about how we not change our 100% our lifestyle, but change lifestyle to 80-20. Do you know what's 80-20? So meaning if I eat like a bowl, I can be like 100% full, right? I only eat like 80% full, and I want to give this 20% to someone who really need it. Think about it. 80%, it's like enough, right? So it's like 80-20 lifestyle. We can do that, or we can be a vegetarian. I try to be a vegetarian like so many times. But being a vegetarian is very, very difficult. I'm basically an eat meater, but you want me to cut my meat like 100%. It's very, 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 very difficult. However, we can cut the meat consumption, like maybe 10%, 20%. You know what's the reason to cut the meat consumption, right? Because we can reduce the greenhouse gas, and also because in order to feed these animals, right? We have to give them a lot of food to eat, but those food we can give to someone who really need it. And by eating less meat, we can cut our greenhouse gas and also the carbon footprint. We can do all this, but there are actually more and more, right? Today I'm going to talk about plastic bottles or plastic items. So, do you mind to show me this? To show them this? Yep. This one. Okay. Does anybody know what's this? I think Devi explained already, right? Okay.
Cool about these is these are made from recycled water bottles. They use the recycled water. Go ahead, grab it. They take the recycled water bottles, cut them up, turn them into little threads, and then make these blankets.
Right. So this blanket, again, we are not selling the blanket to you. No, not at all. No, we are not selling any of the stuff here. But we want to let you know that we turn trash into usable items, and we send it to someone who really need it. So we call eco blanket. We want to turn resources, meaning we turn trash into gold, and we turn gold into love, because we send this to disaster victims, right? And we want to create a vibration, a good vibration, and not just in the local area, but we want to give this vibration to everybody around the world. So we recycle every bigger blanket we use. This is called plastic bottles, but the technical term is PET bottles. 78 of them. Recycle 78. We use 78 of them, and we manufacture that blanket. We cut, we reduce, but because we are using the recycled bottle, right? We reduce the carbon dioxide compared with the material using the virgin material, the product using virgin material. All right, the next thing I want to share with you, again, we are, so this blanket, we are actually, the main purpose is for international relief. And we are sending this blanket to over 30 countries, and to, as of today, to over 600,000 victims already. Any questions you can ask me or interrupt me. The next thing I'm going to share with you is some data. I guess we all know a lot of things from the TV or from Netflix, right? But have we ever think about what's the data? What's the meaning behind the data? So the next thing I'm going to share with you, this information is actually from plasticoceans.org and from Container Recycling Institute. So the first one is, do you know we are producing over 300 tons? 300 tons of plastic every single year. 300 tons. Okay. Do you know, like, over 50% of the product, 50% of the product we use only one time, or once, or maybe several moments, and then we dump it. Over 50% of them. Do you know there are more than 8 million tons of plastic items that we actually dumped into our ocean? Okay? I'm sure you all like fish. You like eat fish, right? But think about it. We dump all the plastic into the ocean, and you know that's what's going to happen, right? Okay. Do you know there are approximately 500 billion? It's not million now. 500 billion plastic bags have been used around the world, which also means we are here already like 5 minutes. Every single minute, the world, including you and me, create over 5 million bags. Can you imagine that? Do you want to live around that kind of land or location? Maybe not, right? The most interesting thing is plastic bags. In average, a working life is only like 15 minutes. So manufacturer, they spend a lot of time, a lot of resources to make the production, to make the product. We use only 15 minutes, and we dump it. Okay. Next one is even more interesting. We all drink this, right? Plastic bottle water, right? We all drink that. This is like 500 milliliter plastic, well, the size. Do you know, in order for the manufacturer to make this big plastic bottles, how much water they are going to consume, you know? Okay, so this is 500 milliliter. The manufacturer will need to use 3,000 milliliter waters to just produce this one. So if you know the number, it sounds like, okay, I'm the manufacturer. I spend $1. I want to sell this $1, right? But I spend like $6 to make this $1 product. It's crazy. All right. So now I'm talking about US right now. In 2014, we have 100 billion plastic bottles, including water bottles or bottles for all the beverages. 57% of plastic bottles that we use in 2014 in the US are water bottles, which also means it's $57 billion. I mean, billion bottles. I want you to give me a number, like 100 billion plastic bottles. How many percent got recycled? Because I remember like 40% of us would recycle, right? Plastic bottles, right? But guess what? How many percent got recycled? Give me a number. 15% or 1.5? Okay. Any other number? How about 10%? How about 2%? It's actually, we only recycle less than 10%, but to be very precisely, it's only 2%. So everything here I'm talking about US, right? 100 billion plastic bottles, and we only recycle 2%, which tells me that 98% of the plastic bottles we either dump to Jersey City, right? Sometimes we dump to Jersey City in the past, right? We dump to our landfill to pollute our land. Or we send it to incinerator to burn them out. So guess what? Who is gonna live on the land? Nobody, right? So we're gonna have less land. We're gonna have more polluted land. And who is going to breathe the air? You and me. Not good, right? All right. But the thing is, there are a lot of things we can do. I just want to share with you 3 things that I'm doing right now. So first of all, I always have reusable eating utensils with me. This is plastic, but I can use like a million times. I also have chopsticks and spoon with me. I understand sometimes it's very difficult to bring all your own stuff, right? But if you can use less, please do that. All right, the second thing is, as a household owner, I know it's very easy to dump everything into the trash can. I know. We can dump all that into the trash can because we don't even need to worry about, oh my God, recycle, right? No, just dump it into the trash can. But I want you to think about it. Please have the awareness of recycling. Even just a small plastic, batteries, light bulb, cardboard box, paper, please recycle them. All right, the third thing is I only buy things I need in my life. I have a lot of things I want. I want a lot of luxury stuff, right? My example is very, very extreme, but I want to share with you. Maybe you cannot do it, but it's fine. This is my experience. For the last 10 years, I have not bought any clothes. It's not like I have like hundreds of t-shirts. I have hundreds of shirts. It's not like that. It's like I don't need them. When you go back, you probably can find like hundreds of stuff you have never used it, right? All right. We talk about recycling here already, right? Recycling is very, 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 very important. But recycling is the last step. If we can reduce them, the manufacturer doesn't even need to produce anything, right? They don't need to waste the water, waste the electricity, waste the crude oil. So always remember, reduce. If we cannot reduce, if we can reduce it. If we cannot reduce it, please reuse them like multiple times. After that, please make sure we recycle stuff. Light bulb, plastic bottles, a lot of things we can recycle. It's a very easy and simple action. However, if we don't do it, it means nothing, right? It's a very easy and simple action, but the impact is tremendous. My last question is, I'm sorry, I have so many questions to you. My last question is, who wants to join me to protect the earth? Anybody? No, I see 60%, 70%, 100%. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming to Tzuchi, and thank you very much to spend time with me for my sharing. Thank you very much. Congrats all. Thank you.
Okay, so hopefully you were able to learn some of what goes on at our New Jersey Tzuchi headquarters, and I really appreciate the time and effort Diana and Bill put into helping you guys learn about what you do. So while you guys were gone, we put small booklets on your tables of the previously mentioned Jingsi aphorisms. So inside there's little words and poems of wisdom that can kind of inspire you to look at life with a new perspective. So if you want to quickly look through any, read one, read two, just take a time to reflect on your own life and some of the teachings that we try to aspire at Tzuchi. And if anyone finds one they really are passionate about, please raise a hand if you'd like to share. So does anyone find anything specifically touching to you? Thank you.
What I'm gonna say now is really touching for me. Happiness is not about wealth, power, or position. It is about living in peace, joy, and harmony. Because I feel like sometimes people forget that money isn't everything. It's the willing to help others in need, and not only in need, but to show kindness to each other.
Thank you so much for sharing. Is there any others? If not, that's fine too. I'd like everyone to turn to page 228 because there's one I felt is really hits close to home, especially going to college. It reads, "Do not underestimate yourself, for human beings have unlimited potential." And with you guys heading off to college, you remember that the world is your oyster and there's a lot you can achieve, and remember that. So next we'll be looking at some of the more global efforts that Tzuchi works towards. We did look at the local efforts and the programs we have here, but the Tzuchi organization is also a worldwide organization that provides relief and support during catastrophes and disasters. Most recently, in the cyclone Idai that hit Africa, we mobilized our volunteers and we focused our relief efforts to help out as many people as possible. We're going to look at some of the global efforts that our organization works towards, and also try to send our thoughts and compassion towards those in need. So this is a little song that we sing during our moments where we try to send compassion and love, and it just is a way for us to focus all our kind thoughts and support to those who might need it in the world. And we're going to look at a video that shows some of the efforts that Tzuchi has been working towards. Oh, sorry. Everyone please rise, and if you're comfortable with putting your hands together for prayer or any other position of prayer or respect, we'd really kindly have you do that.
Let us pray for peace in our land. Keep our hearts from sorrows and pain. Bless us all with joy and hope. Love and care for each one in this world. Let us pray for peace in our land.
You may be seated. So now that we've talked about what Tzuchi represents, what it tries to do, and how it tries to help those around, we'd like to ask for each scholarship recipient to tell us more about their life experiences and their themselves a little more. So we're going to invite everyone to come say a little piece about themselves, and we'd love to hear about your academic careers, your college aspirations, your intended majors, your intentions to continue your volunteerism, anything that you'd want to share. Yeah, so we would like to invite the first person, and I apologize in advance for any mess ups of names. I tried, let's see how this goes. First person will be Barbara Arellano. Sorry. Yeah. And there will be a little red mark on the stage that is centered, and we'd love for you to share things about yourself.
Hi, I'm Barbara Arellano. I'm from Toms River, New Jersey, and I plan to go to New York to a college called Wells College, very small. I plan to major in psychology and in pre-law, and I hope in the future to be a social worker and a lawyer. And I plan to volunteer a lot more this summer before I head off to college in August.
All right, next we would like to invite Nina Argayosa to come up and speak, please.
Hi, my name is Nina Argayoso. I'm from Manchester Township High School. I plan to major in accounting, and I plan to go to Ocean County College. It's a 2-year community college in Ocean County because I'm part of the Andrew SARS program, and for me it's a great opportunity, especially for saving money, especially for my education. In my school, I played tennis, I ran track, I did lacrosse, and I also joined my community for the library. I volunteered and helped kids and also the senior citizens in my library. And I also am part of the National Honor Society, which in my school what we do is we help the struggling students in their classes. If they're struggling in math, I tutor math. If they're struggling in any type of classes, we try to help. We try to help them to pass their class, and we hope for the best that they study harder, like other members in the National Honor Society who tries their best, like me, who I try to help people in my library and also in my community. Thank you very much again for the Tzuchi Foundation for giving me such a wonderful opportunity, and I am very honored to be here and receive as one of your scholarship recipients. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we'd like to invite Rickard Charles up.
My name is Rickard Charles. I go to Linden High School. Next year, I'm going to study architecture in college. I plan on going to Union County College for 2 years and transferring to NJIT. I'm very involved in my school. I ran track for like all 4 years of high school and ran cross country. I'm a big runner. I'm very involved in my community. I always love to volunteer. I volunteer at my church. This youth program is called Vacation Bible School. We help, the youth like have something to do during the summer. They always look very happy, at Vacation Bible School. Then also, I volunteer at JA Finance at my school. That's when we try to teach kids about like finance as a child. So when they grow up, it'll make it easier for them to manage on paying bills and learn how to live. All right, thank you.
Next, we'd like to invite Tiffany Cologne up to speak, please.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Cologne, and I go to Brick Township High School. This coming year, I will be studying accounting at NJCU, Jersey City. This year, I have been very involved in the Challenger. It's a program where we help the special needs kids just like enjoy school dances, and then also on the weekends, like in the fall, we played flag football with them, and then in the winter, we played basketball with them. And then this month, I'm looking forward to Relay for Life. We spend 24 hours on our track and raise money for like cancer recipients. And yeah, that's it. So thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'd like to invite Shalom Jimo to come speak.
Hi everyone, my name is Shalom Jimor, and I'm from Weequahic High School in Newark, New Jersey. I'm originally from Nigeria, which is a country in Africa, and my family moved here in 2016. With that being said, I'll be attending Rutgers University this fall, and I'll be studying biology on the pre-med track, and I'm part of the track and field team in my school. I play volleyball. I also help my community in like food drives, which is similar to what Tzuch does. And I want to say a big thank you to this foundation for giving me this opportunity, and I promise to use it for something better. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'd like to have Alexandria Kozak come speak.
Hi, I'm Alexandria Kozak from Toms River High School South. I am going to college in Ocean County College and hope to go over into Kane University. I recently just became a nurse, and I've been volunteering at an elderly home to help elderly people like do everyday activities since they can't do it on their own anymore. I used to be in an Interact club. Ever since I was little, I used to love helping people. We used to raise money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the Ronald McDonald's House by saving up can tabs and trading them in for money. And I hope to become better, like more involved in the community to help more people and not just the elderly people. And I also wanted to thank you guys for this opportunity to be here today and rewarding me this scholarship. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'd like to invite Melissa Rojas to come speak.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. My name is Melissa Rojas. I go to Technology High School. I'll be attending Rutgers Newark Business School this upcoming fall. I want to major in international business, and I want to do a minor in psychology or international relations. For my future, I want to be, eventually, I want to found this company where I give back to my community, not only here in the United States, but also in Peru and internationally, eventually, giving environmental resources. In high school, I played volleyball. For the 4 years, I've been playing volleyball since I was 8 years old. I do volunteer in a youth group, which was in the church. It was a Catholic church. I am in the NSU, which is Newark Students Union, where I do advocate for students' voices and I do attend civic trustee meetings and contribute in our education. I do also environmental contribution in Newark community, where I do go and clean up streets, parks, and things like that. And thank you for this opportunity. This is a great opportunity, and I'll be able to continue for my higher education. Not only that, but you guys encourage me to give back to my community. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we'll have Andrea Samanejo come speak.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrea Samaniego. I attend currently right now Technology High School in Newark, New Jersey. I was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey. However, my parents were from Ecuador, and I also thank my parents so much because of them, I was privileged enough to have a great education. Because of them, they migrated from Ecuador to this country. I also, in my high school, my 4 years of high school, I have been involved in student council. I've been also involved in math clubs and humanities clubs. I've been helping them organize, and especially in student council, I'm the leader of the community service, in which I had helped, students be involved in the community, help out cleaning, or helping the dog shelters or animal shelters, and we usually walk the dogs around. I've been involved in those things. I also been part, like I said, in math club and humanities club, where we find new organizations or help invent more clubs, to proceed. I'm also very thankful for the scholarship, and now also that I'm also very thankful for helping our community, our Ryman community, not here, but also internationally, and not a lot of people have done that, and I'm also thinking to be involved in it and to do so in the future with my career, since I also want to be an international economist. Thank you.
Thank you. Next we'll have, I'm sorry I didn't get a check with this person beforehand, McRae Nikelfak. Please correct me when you come speak to say a little bit about himself.
Good afternoon. My name is Mike Ray Kellerfag. I'm from Plainfield High School. I'm originally from Cameroon, Africa. I moved to the United States 5 years ago. This fall, I'll be attending Rowan University to study biology, and I hope to become a physical therapist in future. At Plainfield High School, I'm the captain of the football team and the wrestling team. I'm part of the National Honor Society. As part of the National Honor Society, we do community service. Last year, we did a school drive in which we collected school supplies to donate to the local elementary schools in Plainfield. At my church, I volunteer at my church, Crescent Avenue Presbyterian Church. We do the soup kitchen, in which we make warm food and collect clothes to donate to the local people that need help in the community. And every morning I wake up to go pick up the trash around my church, so the church is really clean before church service. We visit local group homes to help the sick and the elderly in their day-to-day activities. And I'm very grateful for this foundation to grant me this opportunity, and I plan to use this scholarship in greater use. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we will have Connie Zhang come speak, please.
Hi, I'm Connie Zhang, and I go to Williamstown, which is southern New Jersey, like 2 hours away. I have a lot of interests. I figure skate. I like basketball. I also used to do martial arts, and I read, I write, I draw. I also sing. I'm also in student council, and I've helped out with a lot of kids. I've helped with elementary school kids who are relocated from their schools because of issues with their buildings. So I've helped them get used to being in a high school full of older students. I've done face painting. I've also helped instructed with figure skating and martial arts. So yeah, I did a lot of stuff with little kids. I also plan to go to Rowan University, and I actually want to double major in writing and biochemistry. So yeah, it's a very nerve-wracking thing, and I thank you for giving me this money. It helps me on the journey, so thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing. Next, we'll have our final speaker, Amina Zoklat, come speak.
Hi, my name is Amina Zoklat. I go to Hackettstown High School in Hackettstown, New Jersey. Next fall, I'll be attending Dartmouth College in New Hampshire to study either biology or history. I'm not sure yet. in my school, I'm involved in Key Club. I'm the co-president. It's a community service organization where we help local families in need. So this past year, we raised over $6,000 by bell ringing, and we were able to buy gift cards for families in need during the holidays. We also ran an art carnival, which helped families with children with disabilities, and we raised over $2,000 in one day. I'm also involved in my student council, in NHS as well, and Science Honor Society. Outside of my school, I volunteer at my local mosque. I'm a Sunday school teacher there, and I also volunteer at my local hospital. And thank you so much for this scholarship. It really does help, and thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you for everyone for sharing a little bit about themselves. Tzuchi oftentimes believes that getting to know each other often is one of the first steps in building a strong community. So we hope you learned a little about your fellow recipients and you feel closer to those who feel so strongly about community service. And once again, sorry for any mess ups with the names. So now we hope you will continue to work hard in college and in your local communities. As you guys mentioned, you guys do a lot of hard work and we really find what you do inspiring. And now for, I assume, what you've all been waiting for, we're going to invite Mid-Atlantic Executive Director Tina Lee to come give you your scholarship certificates. So when I announce your name, please come up from your right and then exit towards your left. No. Okay, so yeah. So first, Barbara Ariano, please come up. Nina Argeosa, please come up. Ricard Charles, please come up. Tiffany Cologne. Shalom Jimo, please come up. Alexandria Kozak, please come up. Melissa Rojas. Andrea Samanejo. McRae Kelfa, please come up. Connie Zhang, please come up. Amina Zolklat, please come up. So in the goodie bags, there is the folder that you can find in there. Within the folder will be a form to fill out. We will kindly ask you to send that back to Tzuchi here, and that is how you receive your scholarship award. So congratulations, everyone. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for coming out this afternoon to celebrate our scholarship recipients. We hope to see you again. If you'd like to come volunteer with Tzuchi, we always welcome you to help out with the food pantry, with our volunteer services, anything like that. And if not, we really hope you continue your community service efforts and your inspiring goals to help your local communities. Now, in the lobby behind you, there will be some refreshments and an opportunity to take a group photo and mingle with everyone who has participated in the ceremony. Thank you very much. Group photo first, sorry. So group photo will be happen on the stage here. So for all those who received scholarships, please come up so we can take a photo. Oh, with the certificates. Yeah, sorry. And after our media team gets some photos, we'd welcome the family to come up to get better, closer photos, of course. So now if family want to, okay, well, we can do that later. In the goodie bags, there are bamboo banks, which are like piggy banks, but what we emphasize with them is to put like a quarter in every day and remember to donate that if you are able to. It's just a way to reflect on how you can help other people, and we love for you to be more mindful in helping others. And now, like I mentioned, there are refreshments behind you, and thank you all for attending the ceremony, and good luck with your college careers and everything you aspire to do in the future. So yeah, there's food and snacks and tea and all that fun stuff behind you guys.